Okay, well, it's April 16th. Not quite on the, going in the opposite direction of once a week practice sessions, but I saw a video of, from my Etudes for Juggling DVD where I did a lot of overhead throw side swap connections, so I'm a little inspired by a past version of myself. So I'm gonna see if I can do some of those here today. We'll just start with 5. I was too lazy to drive to the gym too, so backyard practice just with balls. Sometimes it works out okay, though I'm on a little bit of a slope, so I'm gonna try not to 360 myself into my neighbor's yard. So far this feels about as comfortable as the first time I practiced. But maybe it just take a little while to warm up, and then the 2 practice sessions that I already got in will kick in and we'll start seeing some overhead side swap 360s while spinning on grass, which is, you know, more difficult. But I do have a higher ceiling out here, so I can do like some of this, some of that, maybe even one of these. Whoops. Ooh, connected to a multiplex. Basic patterns. Oh God. No, no, no. Why am I wasting my energy? Oh God, it just keeps getting worse. I'll try some overheads. You know, sometimes practices have a slow start. It takes a little longer to get warmed up. Just don't rush it. Take breaks. Regain your strength. Enjoy the breeze. Gotta tell you, 360s, they do not have a level playing field here. I've got all kinds of bumps and moguls and divots. A little slippery. Whoa. It's gonna be a little bit of stumbling coming out of that because of the ground. Oh, all right. Well, I don't know if this will be a 360 day. In fact, I'm pretty sure it won't be. I'll work on those overhead side swaps. 4-4. 1, 2. See, that needs work. I can't practice out here. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I can't juggle outside. It's stupid. Stupid, and I hate it. Well, that didn't go well. It's April 22nd now, 2016. Less than a week since I tried to juggle outside, and but it's been almost 2 weeks since I juggled here. So, still want to recreate some of those overhead connections I saw that I was capable of doing in 2009. So far, each one of these videos kind of starts the same way. When you spend a week in between practice sessions, you really don't get much better. I know, I gotta show some progress at some point in these videos. Good thing I have 7 months left. About a 975, or whatever that was. Okay. Balls. Oh. Oh. I'm inclined to say I'm worse now than I was the first time I started practicing, but I think that's just because my expectations are a little higher. I really think I'd be doing much better with if I had my bean bags, my G-balls. Okay, let's try some 180s. Well, that's going okay. You really got to be careful with that last one. You really got to separate that last throw from the turn. Because if I throw while turning like that, you see how it ends up on that on the left side. It never makes it over. Yeah, that was nice. Nice, good, good, good. I'm proud of you. Thanks, appreciate it. Now that I got a good pump going on, it's time to work on some 360s. Okay, 10 360s from both sides. No drops. These don't have to be connected. They can't be anyway. Just 3 up without any drops. I mean, 10 in a row. So that's 2, 3, and so on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know what's the most important part to that? I mean, the 3-up setup is important. What's the most important for the continuation of your life is re-entering a perfect pattern. So after you're done setting up the 3-up, while you're turning, you have to be mentally thinking about just a basic 5-ball pattern. Because a lot of people will forget about that, and here's what will happen when they come around. They're still thinking 3-up, and they're not focusing on just a nice 5-ball pattern. So forget about the 3-up. Once those are up, those are done. When you come back around, think cross, 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 cross. See how those were all going in the right direction? A little sloppy, but still, they didn't get in each other's way. Cross, 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 cross. So the first most important one is that first one. You got to make sure that one clears the center, doesn't stay too much on the same side it's coming from. Because if you do that, then whoa, where are you going to go? Right? So that's got to go all the way over to the right side. And the same is true for 5-ups also. But pay attention to the re-entry. And that's why it's important to come all the way around. Because if you've just done a partial 360, then you're throwing from here now and not here. By now, I suppose my Etudes for Juggling is available for download at the WJFstore.com. So a lot more in depth on that with professional dance teachers teaching you how to do 360s, and then I teach you how to incorporate the juggling within the 360s. Okay, 3-ups, starting from the left. I'm still going to turn to the right. I messed around with turning to the left a little bit, and I could do it, but I don't like it. And this is more difficult for me. All of that, even the re-entry. Five, 6. Oh, 7, collision, but I'm still going. Shit, now I'm nervous. 8, 9. Okay, good, I don't have to do that again. That would have sucked. I'm just gonna go for 5 5-ups in a row. and not apply that rule to the left side, just the right. While I'm recovering, I'll just work on some multiplexes. Multiplex recovery set. I hate balls because they roll. See how the overheads are doing now. A little more control. Oops. All right. Well, got to start that over again. One of the great things about practicing here is I can lock the door. Other gyms, people come in and start telling me what they think. I hate that. I'd say that's an improvement. I'm gonna stay with the right side. I'm just do one throw in between. Just 3 in a row. Whoa, okay. Ah! Son of a ball. The most important part to that is waiting. You know, if you throw that one setup throw, you don't want to start the next 5 up too soon or they'll hit. That's why it's important that all of them are thrown at the same height or as close to that as possible. There you go. And that's as connected as it can be starting from the right hand, unless you throw in columns. It's like doing a 6-ball 6-up, 3 in the right, but only 2 in the left. Changing the pattern from crossing. You see, and then it can continue. A couple of jugglers back in the 80s used to do their 360s like this, even with 3 objects. It's an interesting choice. It's another way to just avoid learning it from the left hand if you want to do continuous ones. If you're dead set on keeping your left hand stagnant. Oops, something like that. Left-handed 5-ups. I'm just going for 5 total throughout the course of today. So I don't care about drops. I do care a little bit about sloppiness. I want them to be 5 high-quality 360s starting from the left hand. But that's where I draw the line. I'll take it. I reject that one on many grounds, the floor being one of them. Oh, no. I'll take it. No. I'll take it. I reject you. Whoa, I'm gonna bounce off the ceiling. All right, I'm just gonna start this. If the pattern isn't good when I start, good enough for me to just go right into it, I'm just gonna stop. I'll take it. One more to go. Whoop, ceiling. Ceiling. No, I didn't like that one. I would have taken that one. Boom, chicka boom. That's what I meant to do. I'm just gonna go for a couple of these. I just need to prove the point that I can do it and do it well, and then move on to something else. I did more 5-up 360s because I think I needed the warm-up for that. That's what's gonna make this a little bit easier, contrary to the previous demonstration. Yeah, I saw that coming. You know, no surprises there. There we go. Whoops, a little wide. One more of that. No, huh. Same problem, re-entering the pattern. I didn't cross. Got to think about that. Cross, cross. Yeah, see, once you think about it, or rather, once I think about it, it happens. Even on the way down, after overheads, you got to be constantly thinking, what makes a perfect 5-ball pattern? It's very simple, but if you're not thinking about it, you're thinking about something else. And that something else could look like this. The transition from a 5-up 360 into overhead throw, starting with the left hand, if that's not done with the right timing, that can really twist my lower back, my spine, near my tailbone. So for that reason, I don't like doing it. And with the restricted height, usually I make up for that by throwing them higher. It's almost like a 2-stage 720 because you separate the first 2 from the last 3. That gives you time to reposition. A lot of people don't think about the repositioning time that it takes. If you just go from basic pattern like, oh, I'm going to do overheads now, you know, there's a height differential there that you have to make up for somehow. So you could either throw 3 at a normal height and then drop down, which I've never tried, but yeah, I could see how that might work. Stylistic points, or you throw them a little higher. That hurts. That was a little better. Okay, I'll keep trying. Oh, there you go. Nice. Not the smoothest re-entry into overheads, but good enough. So I'll just go from basic 5-ball pattern to that transition. No bouncing, no popping. There. Kind of needed to get out of it at that point. From the other side. Whoa, that one takes a little more work. There you go. Oh, sort of. You notice in the WJF 11 overall championship, Delaney Bayless, almost all of her moves started just after a flash of the pattern, because why waste time? Why waste your energy? If the pattern looks good, just go right into whatever you're doing, right? That's smart. And that also demonstrates that, you know, you're perfect right from the beginning. You don't have to fix anything before you try your more difficult moves. Whereas I am attempting to seem that way, but failing. But, you know, the more you think about that, the better you'll get. It just takes being conscious of that effort and then trying. Like if you're always okay with, oh, let me get the pattern solid first, and then I'm going to try my big move, that's just a lot of wasted time and energy. If you think to yourself, all right, I'm only doing 5 throws. If those 5 throws aren't perfect, I'm not going to even try the move. I'm going to stop and start over until those first 5 throws are perfect. See? That ended pretty quickly. That could have gone on for a minute and then still failed. So now I'm ready to try, whoops, it wasn't counting. I'm ready to try again. See, I see where the problem is. It's not in the 5-ball pattern now, so I can get to the problem faster. Just a lower right-handed throw is what that needed. Yeah. Still not great, but yeah, wasted a little bit of energy trying to make that work. Fighting against my own logic. Yeah, just there's some good spacing. Still too poppy. Too poppy. That's better. I keep rolling out of my hands though. Oops. Yeah, I moved my feet. Fuck you. All right, I'm ready for some connections. Right. All right, I'm going for sticking the landing on this one. After I spin, the feet just stay stuck and planted. That is one of the most infuriating things that can happen. When everything is perfect and all you're trying to do is stop, and you do, but it's a drop. No tolerance or patience for that. I'll take it. I believe I attempted a 6-4X in overheads. I don't even remember what that feels like or how do I get into it. I guess the same transition and then just go up on the other side. So this is my first attempt at that. So there. Yeah, that low throw is very bizarre. It must have been comfortable at some point. Not yet. Oh. Yeah. You know, I'm going to let myself move my feet just a little bit because that seemed to work well on the very first practice session, just to get the feel of it back. You'll never get the feel of it to begin with accurately if you learn it that way. But I've already learned it correctly. Now I'm just trying to remember what that was. This might be a good application of it's okay to move your feet. But let's see if that even works for me. I might take all that back. All right, well, that's enough for today. The other thing I was doing was I think it was a 6-4-5. Is that what this is? 6-4-5. Yeah. Well, 6-4-5. Well, I was doing it in overheads. Maybe it'll come easier in overheads. Whoa, that is bizarre. 6-4-5, 6. Oh, those have to go higher. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I think that feels familiar. I think I was starting on the left. Yeah, okay. All right, now I'll start with 5 tries, starting now. Oh, too high. That didn't count. Okay. Yep. And get that 5 out of the way. That's a big part of that. I'll take it. By the way, just in case I look different from the last video, I've lost 15 pounds in about 3.5 days, 3 or 4 days. I'll explain how that was possible and what I did to lean out. And I'm still not done. I'm going down another 5 pounds, and then I'm going to bulk up. The complete opposite of what most people do. They bulk up first to get real fat, and then they try to strip the fat off. Why don't you just start off lean and don't get fat to begin with? That was nice. That was a good setup. Caught it a little funny, so that's why I stumbled, but good setup. 4 stars out of 4. The retro connection. I hope we all start calling it that. This is a retro connection. I'd say that's ready to perform. 7 months ahead of schedule. I think I'm going to wait till I actually get beanbags to work on this. This one. I guess I'll do it. Oh, wow, the footing just came back to me. Muscle memory is a hell of a drug. Yeah, right. I'll just turn that into a multiplex. The 360 version of that is easier because they don't have to go in an opposite direction, just straight up. I'll take it. I will take that.